amazing thing about them is that they reach two different communities in Haiti. John reaching the poorest of the poor at the clinic, and Jodie reaching the wealthier at Quisqueya.
Haiti, unfortunately, agriculture is the main deal. We have very little manufacture or industry. So this is one of the typical agricultural area. As you can see, we are dependent on the rain. So when the rainy season is slow to come, we are in big trouble. And I'd say a very large percentage of the people in the community live under the poverty level because of the drought that we just experienced.
Comme si là yon ti jan difficile. Tant kou la ville la
Life is tough here. My husband is a farmer, and I am the one who take the goods from the farm to the market. But I have not been able to bring much to the market now because the harvesting has been very poor. This is my bed. These are our clothes. We keep our clothes on this rope. The kids sleep on this mat at night. And our water storage is here. This is our drinking water for the family. We had a fountain, but it's broken. So we have to go all the way to the ditch out there to fetch water. It's not good drinking water, but we use it anyway.
To live up here is a world of difference because the moment you start coming up the mountain, you really don't feel like you're in Haiti anymore. It's sad to say that, but you see the real beauty of Haiti. My concern is 10 years from today, the children that are growing now, the poor children that are growing now in Haiti, they're growing up with a sense that there's no future whatsoever for them. So how are my children going to deal with 6-7 million of teenagers like them who have no chance?
In 1993, John came back here, and ever since he has been here with us regularly.
Oui, moi ça, oui. Okay, and she has a little eye infection. I think she's gotten something into it.
You probably see the clouds all the way over there, or you see the mountain, and people walk from beyond the mountain all the way to here. So some live 3 a.m. in the morning, their house, and they make it here around 9 a.m. So that's about 6 hours of walk to get here. Some people show up here half dead. And God willing, God help, John is able and has been able to help them.
I'm going to appoint a person to be in charge of counting, but I want you to all help put them on the 10th grade.
Jodie had 2 of my children. The first one, his name is Yanni. He's a middle child, and wow, he's really special. And she was there for the whole year. She was patient. She never gave up on him. Whereas I know that if he had been somewhere else, they would have just told me, you know what, this child really, he just disrupts the class, can't sit still, always nervous. And she actually really worked with him and and she kept telling me, don't worry, you know, just he will grow and things will be easier.
Okay, let's do a quick check.
It's been wonderful because Jonathan talks about his teacher. This is what she taught me, Mom. This is the song we learned in class. This is what we're doing. Yes, Mom, I was in the can today because I did something that my teacher didn't like. And of course, the can is the no-no in kindergarten.
30 mai, ma voyons encore 2 fois par jour. Merci. Nawe.
I've had the privilege of going to clinic with John in the countryside. And one time, it's not true, I've seen John cry more than once. But this one time, he was treating a patient and finally assessed that the man must be HIV positive. And so he called the pastor of the church and said to him, this man is dying. But he has a bigger problem than the HIV. He needs to find out where he is with the Lord. I'll never forget that day that I saw John. Knew he didn't have all the answers medically, but he did know what the real answers were for life and death.
One of the most shocking things that happened to us, my father-in-law, he was shot. They'll just either come to your homes. Some people have come to their homes and dressed up as either police or military or whatever, and they're just saying they have an order for you to arrest you, and they take you, and eventually you get the phone call in which they say, well, you've been kidnapped.
Last year I was at a birthday party for one of our students, and his uncle was kidnapped on the way home. And when I saw the reaction of the family and their community pulling together, and when I saw his wife and her siblings crying and the children there, it really hit home for me. And knowing that it's reality.
It's in the back of my mind. It's not a paranoia. I don't want to run around with a paranoid mind. And I also don't want to run around with the idea that, hey, I can't be taken because I'm doing the Lord's work, because I know I can.
One day I sensed that the kids were really struggling with just the basic staying with me and paying attention and stuff. And I said, you know, I think there's something wrong. I don't know what it is, but I just talked about it, and I gave them a chance to think for a minute, even if they didn't want to say anything.
In 1993, I was just married, and I was with child, and the child was sick, so I came out here to see my dad on a Tuesday, and John had come on a Wednesday.
I was out doing the clinic, and after it was over, the pastor came up to me. He said, come on up to the house. I'd like to see you a little bit. I came into his house, and he went into the back room and brought out this beautiful 11-month-old baby boy in his arms. And I looked at the baby, and he was warm, but he was dead. And I said, well, why didn't you say something to me? He said, so we didn't want to bother you. Not only was I helpless, I was to the point of saying, we really have a lot of learning to do here. This was Aiden's firstborn.
I saw that he needed help, but he also wanted help, so he asked where could he find somebody. I wanted to join the ministry.
After that, Aiden went into nursing school and became an RN.
I was a nurse's aide before I became a nurse, and John helped me with my training. He helped me to pay for my education to be a nurse. First, I set up a record for them if they are here for the first time. Or if they are returning, I do the follow-up. So what I do for the baby inside the womb, I check the heartbeat, the heart rate, check the blood pressure, and also I check the protein.